Hi you! Welcome back to Pond House Garden. This morning, I'm standing in my favorite part of the garden right now. It's really hard to tell where I am, I know, but there's my sweet pea bridge and my squash patch. This is the orange garden that I like to call it. Oh, there's Ozzy Boy down there. And all the rhododendrons around me, the honeysuckle is there behind me, the polytunnel's just past that, the Viking is up protecting the squash and the pumpkins, and then I have this lovely lilac that arches the pathway here. It's like my little secret pathway. I just love it, and I feel so cocooned in here. Today, Mom and Dad are going to join me. We are celebrating everything Mom because it's Mom's birthday time of the year, and we are going to go out to a nursery today, a few nurseries. So I think I'm going to break this video into 3 parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3. So the first part that we're going to post is all about Westholme Gardens, Westholme Nursery, and you'll see that shortly. And it's just located just north of the city of Duncan, and you can access it on Westholme Road. Makes sense, it's Westholme Nursery, and just across from the Cowichan Fairgrounds, if you're familiar with that. The second place we're going to go to is across the highway, right by Russell Market, or the old Russell Market. It's now been called ValleyRoots, and it's been taken over by new owners, and they're putting up a ton of polytunnels there, so I'm excited to see that. And the third place is a peony tour in Chemaina's, in Saltaire, at an expert peony grower's house. So 3 things coming up, part 1, 2, and 3, and I can't wait to show you. Okay, first Ozzy and I are going to show you this lovely little pathway, and this is the area that I've shown you in other videos where we have rhododendrons on each side of the pathway here. And then I've got ground cover happening. I just like to create this kind of meandering path. And so I have some baby's tears along with some creeping strawberry, I believe it's called, but some people call it creeping raspberry. I'm not sure. So that's gonna fill up this gravelly path eventually. Lovely lavender that's gonna come into bloom. Oh, and then I've got my little welcome gate, and I'm going to be growing clematis over the top of this year. In other videos, I've shown you that I've started this hedge, and my goodness, after it flowered, it took off. So I'm gonna have to shear it to create a nice wall with this hedging. And we have a whole bunch of different plants coming up, but then you round the corner, and this is what I love. I round the corner and look at how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. So we have a lovely lilac that's just finished blooming that goes over top of the pathway here. I have my squash patch. Like I said, the sweet peas that we've started from seed are growing on the bridge here. And then I have this glorious honeysuckle. And this is a shady part of the garden here. So I put all my planters out here on the trellis. And this trellis came from the store that we had 30 years ago when we had our garden shop. And Dad built that by hand, and it is still going strong. Yeah, and so some pots in here, looking great. Look at this clematis is now intertwined along the pots, which I just adore. Oh, we've got a big wheelbarrow full of irrigation because it is irrigation time, big time. And then this is the teddy bear rhododendron that I've shown you in videos, and Ozzy sleeps underneath here. He's not in here right now, but there's his little den inside there. It's his favorite place. And this is the baby's tears I was talking about here. And I just love it. It is super fluffy, and it's a beautiful lush green. Look at it crawling up the pots here. The only problem with baby's tears, I would say, is that the weeds can come in, so you have to keep up with weeding. But other than that, it is just a beautiful, beautiful, lush ground cover. And it is wrapping itself around the corner here. These were 3 little tiny pots of baby's tears, and they have now, oh, Ozzy must have stepped in here, or Dan, that's crushed it a little bit, but it's now starting to spread over here as well. So I've left that when I'm weeding, and look at those sweet little sweet peas. Over here, there's some more of it growing randomly. just right in here. So I'm gonna let the baby steers just take over this entire area. And Ozzy loves to sleep on it during the summertime as well because it's nice and cool. And then over here, underneath the Viking, hi Oz, there's the corn and the squash and the pumpkins. And then the other side's a pavilion, but you know, that's a whole nother day because we've got to get going to Westholme. They are doing coffee and donuts this morning, so away we go. Cherry cola.
Perfect. So I will be back, I'm sure. I need not purple. I have too much purple in my yard. Everything's purple for some reason. So that would be
Okay, it is absolutely crazy here. There's lineups, there's cars, they've got people helping people park. I guess it's because it's 40% off, so people are going crazy. But it's thinned out just a little bit in this corner, so I thought I'd grab a quick video. But the rest of the video today will be all by just me taking video and adding music to it. And then we will talk to you afterwards because we're going to go to this cute little bakery site. In fact, I think I showed you in a short that I posted recently. So we're going to go to this little site and we'll talk about the loot that we end up with. Oh, there's Mom. Mom's right. Whoa, there's Mom. Hi, Mom. So yeah, we found a little corner. It's the sweetest little place. but lots to choose from. All right, so we're doing the drop off at my house of the first round of plants that we bought at Westholme this morning. And I thought that I would just get them out here to the cut flower gardens right away. As you can see behind me, this is a brand new addition to my place for this year. I put in 3 additional cut flower beds. I already had the 2 large beds over here for the dahlias. They're all planted again for this year, which is so exciting. They're all starting to come up. And then behind me is 1, 2, 3 more cut flower beds that have just been put in. And I've decided that one of these rows will be perennials. And that way I just have to start the seedlings for the cut flowers next year for 2 out of the 3 beds. The intention also is to extend the beds to another grass area. And so all in all, I will have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cut flower garden beds each year that I can grab my flowers from for the bouquets and for sale on the farm stand as single stem cut flowers. So it's a really exciting time because we're not only going to sell the potted dahlia plants, but we're also going to sell single stem cut flowers. I will show you right now what I bought to add to the perennial section. So this little cutie right here, you might have seen me look at it in the video footage before I got it home, but I was really eyeing this up when I was at Westholme. And sure enough, it is another geum that I'm going to add to my collection of geums. And this one's called Red Dragon. And for this geum, it is blooms in early spring, sun to part shade, 3 to 6 hours of direct sun. So I will plant it on this end of the bed because the house shades this end of the bed for a portion of the day. And it will grow 12 to 18 inches high, 16-inch spacing, and it's good in zones 4 to 9. And again, excellent for a cut flower. Then beside it, good old faithful coneflowers, loving it. So this is Powwow Wild Berry. Again, sun to a part shade. And on this one, it says, super showy variety produces an abundance of hot pink blooms and it attracts birds to the garden. It blooms summer through fall, sun to part shade, and 24 inches high and 12 to 16 inches wide. And it's good in zones 4 to 9. And that's what that one looks like. Oh, I got the shade there. Hold on a second. There we go. Sweet. The third one that I got today, this one here is a lobelia, and it's called Fam's Scarlet. And here it says it blooms in summer, sun to part shade again. Height is 20 to 24 inches. Spacing is 9 to 15 inches and good for zones 4 to 9. And I really liked the red spike flowers. And I think that that will be great to have in summer and early fall in the bouquet stand. And finally, the fourth one I got here, oops, as I'm falling over, I love the foliage on here. So pretty with the tips of the kind of this beautiful dark burgundy. And this one again is a lobelia. So I ended up with 2 lobelias today. And this one is Starship Deep Rose. And it's the same stats again. Well, a little bit bigger, 22 to 28 inches high and 18 to 20 inches spacing, zone 6 through 10. So it's a very pretty, in this picture, it looks kind of a corally red. So it'll be interesting to know truly what color red comes up. And I'm just going to pop them in, like I said, with some of these other cut flowers. I think this one, this bed, let me see. Yeah, I've got some yarrow in there. I have geum already. I have a few other things that it seems to be this middle bed is going to be the winner for having perennials. Although over here I have 2 geum that I've put over here. But I can always put them over into this bed once I finish the cut flower season. So I'm pretty excited. And that wraps up part 1 of our 3-part series. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And I can't wait to post the other 2 videos just to show you what we see all day long. Mom and Dad and I are looking forward to spending this entire day together and again celebrating everything Mom. So We'll see you real soon. Bye.